Hi all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your patience. I really appreciate it. I hadn't anticipated being gone as long as I was. I did know I was going to be gone for a little bit. I'm not getting into it in this video specifically. We will discuss it in future videos, but I really appreciate the grace. I did see all the comments though. The number one thing I'm getting is we want a tirzepatide update. So that is what this video is. Ask and you shall receive. I will tell you a few things out the gate. If you are new, if this is like your first video of mine, or if you just clicked on it because you saw the title, I'm not going to give you origin story information. I have a whole playlist on this. I've done tons of videos on this. I don't even know how many at this point. So if you want to see like the evolution of me as I've lost weight, if you want to see like why I was on it, whatever, go to those videos. For the sake of length on this one, I'm not going to get into it, but I will give you updates. So let's start with some like big ones. I have said a lot. I gained weight hormonally. It wasn't like a willpower thing. I don't necessarily have any other factor that would have driven it really. It was hormones for me. Now, I've also stated a lot of times I've been diagnosed with perimenopause and I was on HRT. So this entire time I've talked about this is a tool, not just the only tool though, right? So I want to give you an update. Turns out I'm not in perimenopause. Again, not necessarily going into all of this stuff in this video just for the sake of it, but I stopped taking HRT, I don't know, a couple of months ago at this point, and I feel completely the same. So like, I'm not in perimenopause. I've had this checked. It's healthcare in women. It's just such a thing. Instead, because something's going on, turns out complex PTSD, which is CPTSD, which in women, I love this number, 80%. It's always some crazy high number. 80% of women, it tends to impact your reproductive system. So for me, it manifested as perimenopause symptoms. Love that for me. So just as like an update on that, it's a wild difference. So I'm not on HRT anymore, and I was on testosterone and I was on T3 for my thyroid. I'm not on either one. So you know what I mean? Like, wow. Anyway, so there's that. That's my big update on that one. Another thing, weight-wise, I'm down since that last video. I'm down another 18 pounds. I want to state, I've had 3 shots. That's 3. I've had 3 shots since that video, which was almost to the day 3 months ago. And I'm on maintenance doses. So I have to state in these videos that I'm doing on tirzepatide, yes, tirzepatide is helping me in the sense that I use it as like a cravings control factor. I've talked a lot about like the way I eat, my diet, and kind of my approach with food. I'm very into food. If you have not seen another video of mine, food sustainability, food quality standards, like that is my shit. I love it. So I'm a big cook. Like I love it. So it helps me with like making sure that I'm eating protein and fat and I'm not like, flexing on pasta. You know what I mean? Because it just doesn't agree with me. Now, I've reduced my maintenance dose just as like a little brief overview. I've had 3 shots in the last 3 months that were at maintenance doses, and as I lose, I'm reducing my maintenance dose. So a lot of the weight that I've lost, 10 pounds of this last almost 20 came off in 2 weeks, and that came off from stress and trauma. It was a tire fire that was going on in my life, and I just wasn't eating, wasn't sleeping. And that's not the shots, that's me. So I don't want you, my biggest thing in this is I don't want you to have an unrealistic expectation, but I need to humanize my experience. Like my experience is it's just life. This is what happens. It's not that clean. It's not that clear cut. It's always going to be more complicated than we all wish it were. So I dropped fast. I lost 10 pounds like really quick. And then I've lost, I think I had lost 5 since I filmed that video to that point. And then I'm down another, 4 since I've been back. So I'm right now down a total of near 80, which is wild. It's just an insane thing. Knowing everything I know now and like all the contributing factors and just every single element that and that's not even saying I know every single element, just every single element that I do know, it is wild to me. So I feel great. I feel super good. I love where I'm at physically. I think I'm really comfortable in my body right now, which is wonderful. I have never been this thin in my life though. So I definitely am in that kind of awkward phase where nothing really fits me anymore. And I don't really want to buy clothes because I don't know if I'm going to, I did that and none of those fit me anymore. So like, I just am in that kind of like, we're going to hold on for a while. I had stated in the last video I posted back in February that I was going to be on it for at least the year just to help me navigate stuff. I'm definitely going to stay on it. Just from if nothing else, I am navigating so much in my life right now that it helps shut off the food noise. And I need to be at the risk of like beating a dead horse kind of level of clarity. I need to be really clear that like, I don't want to not eat. It's not that. It's I don't want to eat shit food, or I don't want to be in a spot where I have food noise and I'm not making healthy decisions. Because I'm in such a state of duress and like there's so much going on, or there was so much going on, it just helps shut all that off so I can focus. Oh, something that's important to state is my doctor that prescribes it to me, she called me the other day to tell me that she's telling every single one of her female patients, if you are on the pill birth control, the blood, something to do with your bloodstream, the receptivity of the birth control, it can impact. So for what it's worth, if you find yourself on these shots and on the pill, it may impact the efficacy of your birth control. So the more you know. I don't have the body composition scans anymore, so I can't get into the whole how much fat, how much muscle like I was doing. I haven't done those in, I don't even know how long. But I can tell you, like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. I can definitely tell I've lost some muscle for sure, which I don't love. But the thing that I'm seeing a lot in my like peer group community of people, honestly, it's like what they do in Hollywood when they train people to become like action stars. You lose too much and then you put on muscle so you look ripped. That's what they're doing. So it's that, I think it's kind of that thing where we're all just going to get a little too thin and then you just literally bulk muscle. You just put on protein, which I love the idea of the shots for that, because you do shut the food noise off. So you are making, hopefully, healthier decisions about your nutrition. I don't know if it's for everybody, but for me, it definitely is. And I'm a really big fan of it. You know, the data is coming out, right? Because these things these shots are everywhere. Everybody and their brother's on it at this point, or they've been on it, or they've got a story about it, or whatever. And I think a huge thing that I see that I feel is with women in healthcare, it's so difficult. Like literally my experience, I did just to get a diagnosis was 2.5 years, 3 different doctors. That diagnosis was wrong. I just feel like if you have any other factor, like if it's not just like, I don't want to say just like, because I'm not trying to trivialize obesity or like try to make it smaller than it is. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? It's so much more complicated to get like to truly tease out what a root cause is. Like, why is this happening? Why is nothing working? What the hell's going on? That I just really feel like that's my biggest thing I kind of want to push is don't stop trying to identify. Like, it was driving me insane forever. I just feel like really compelled to share that with you. Another thing worth mentioning to you is I just said the whole like training thing. I am not prioritizing that currently solely because I'm doing trauma release exercises. I'm working on like somatic workouts for the trauma in my body, because the body keeps the score. And I really want to get myself regulated and at peace and like, you know, normal. So that's my like short-term number one priority physically. And then when you're doing that, they really tell you not to do intense workouts or not to do any kind of strenuous anything. So like I could do Pilates, I could like shape, but I'm not gonna do what I really want to do. So I can circle back on that once I'm through this program. I think it's a 90-day program though, so it's going to be a while, but I'm happy to keep you updated on that if you're interested. I've had a lot of people reach out to me about hormone stuff, so if that's something you're interested in, I'm happy to share it if it helps. I'm a wide open book as far as helping women, so I mean, obviously, just let me know and I'm down. I hope this video was helpful. Again, thank you so much for your patience and your grace on my hiatus. I am back. I am back. And I just really can't thank you enough for that. And I thank y'all, like, oh my God. And I cannot end this video without saying thank you so much for every single one of you, for the DMs I get on Instagram and the comments I get of support. I genuinely, the amount of you that are like, I know you from way back in your OG makeup days, or I know you when you were on the East Coast, or like the amount of you that are like 15 years into this with me, it is amazing to me. Like, you remember apartments and my ex-husband, like you remember me in my 20s, like it's just wild to me. So I'm so grateful. And I just really wanted to say thank you for that, because I cannot tell you how much it means, especially in this current chapter I'm in. Like, damn, it's so nice. So thanks so much. Seriously. And I'm back. And let me know if this was helpful. Let me know if you want to say something else. Let me know what you want. Just keep it respectful. That's all I ask. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.